Hey guys, welcome back to Baroving Made. Today we're carrying on with the Dagger project. So we have everything roughly roughed in. What we are going to do is take this guard off, we're going to polish it up, and then we're going to paint it black again. Uh, I did roughly paint this, but it's got a really bad paint job on it, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to do it again. We need to figure out what we're going to do with this handle. I'm torn at the minute between staining it black or keeping the nice raw wood colour. I quite like the raw wood colour. I think it gives it some difference, but I don't know if doing it all black would look nice or not. So I guess we'll figure out as we go along how we're going to do it. But we also need to sharpen this knife as well, and I might even do a coffee etch on the knife. So not really sure what we're doing, but come along for the journey. So the first thing we're going to do, take this knife apart, take the guard off, and we're going to quickly grab some sandpaper, sand this up to a nice polish so it feels all nice and smooth, and give it a little lick of paint to make it look good. So we'll go ahead, we'll do that now. Right, so we've got it all sanded up now, all nicely polished. I just need to go grab some spray paint, and we're going to quickly spray this black. And now I'm just going to put this in the vise to dry while I crack on with some other things. See that there? Hopefully I don't get any dust on it. So the guard's drying now. What we're going to do is I've decided I'm going to keep the wood colour for now. I can always go back, I can always dye it. But if I dye it and I don't like it, I can't go back. So I'm going to take this, get some 600 grit sandpaper, and just spend a while just sanding it up. And then once we got it all nice, lovely, and smooth to the touch, we're going to grab some hard wax oil and finish it up. And then we can move on to the blade. So let's get ahead and start sanding this. Right, so we're going to move on to sharpening the knife. I've already put the rough bevel in with 320 grit, 320 grit, 320 grit. This is 2000 grit. I'm not going to take this all the way up to like 7,000 or whatever because for some reason I'm really bad at knife sharpening, and the higher the grits I go, the duller my knife gets. So 2000 seems to be my cut-off point when sharpening things like knives. If it's a chisel or something, I can do it really well because I'm only keeping one angle going like that back and forward. So, but for some reason with a knife, it's a bit different for me. I've watched a few YouTube videos to see how I can do it properly, and the technique seems to be. Let me put the microphone down. The technique seems to be to lock your wrists up, lock your arms up, find your angle, and then move your whole body like that, and making sure you keep the same angle throughout. So I'm just going to go slowly, go back and forward, see if I can get a burr on one side, flip it over, take that burr down, and then do some passes like that. Get it all nice and sharp. And then I'm going to have a little look around, see if I can find any bits of leather lying around or something I can use to strop the knife. And then we'll see how sharp we can get it. I'm not too hopeful because I'm really bad at sharpening anything with an apex rather than just like a flat Scandinavian drive or something. But yeah, we're going to give it a go anyway. Bollocks. God, I can really do with a sharpening stone. There is a big part of me that is just thinking, right, go on Amazon, get a diamond stone, because the amount of times I do this, because obviously you're working right down to the bevel here where it's on the thing, so the slightest little tip in elevation, it'll just cut through the sandpaper. It is annoying as hell. I don't know if you can see on this side, but I completely ripped this part of the sandpaper up, and I've literally just glued this down to start doing this, and I've just done it. I'm gonna have a little break and think about if I'm gonna order a stone or not. I bought a diamond stone. It is a very cheap diamond stone, as you can tell from the thickness. I got it from Temu because I am broke. I think it cost me like £6, but we've got it. Got a little wooden block here just to keep it elevated, and I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna grab the blade, and I'm just gonna sharpen it. Watched a few videos. I can't remember the channel name. If I remember it, I'll put it up screen. Uh, some of his videos on how to sharpen and stuff, about how you lock your wrist, find your angle, and try and move your body instead of the knife. And apparently you don't need that high of a grit to get hair popping sharp. You just need to get the apex right, get a burr, get your strop, and well, take that burr off, and then you'll have a razor sharp knife. So we're going to try that. I haven't got a strop or any stropping compound, but we'll figure something out. But anyway, we've got the diamond stone now. Let's try and sharpen this knife. Right, so here's the completed knife. Didn't come out absolutely perfect, but for one of my first knives, it is pretty decent. I'm pretty proud of it. It's not razor sharp, as I will show you now. As you can see by the cut, it's not perfectly clean. It's a little bit teary, and I think that's because of the angle that we are cutting at. I had to do this bevel at basically a 45-degree angle on either side. Usually you'd want a 15-degree angle, so, but as a ornament, I think it will serve its purpose well. This isn't like a daily driver knife or something you go out with. This is just going to get hung up on the wall and to look at, or buried deep in a drawer somewhere. But to compare the sharpness between a razor blade, let's have a look. This is quite a cheap razor blade, but it is a new razor blade. Yeah, it doesn't really cut very well. I'm gonna go grab a different razor blade. That wasn't really a fair test. It is a new razor blade, brand new. Let's get it out. Let's have a look to see how that cuts. There you go, a lot more cleaner. As you can see, it's actually a cut-in. It's not tearing. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Bit of a different video. a dagger instead of a table. But yeah, subscribe, see you in the next one.